Wait, what? 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 What?
If you prefer.
Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to House of the Dragon. We're now on season 2, episode 5, which is called The Regent, or just Regent. Just Regent. So the last episode, we had a lot of death. In summation, Christian Cole marched and he headed towards the different lands that they could conquer. He tripled his army, basically by taking no prisoners and taking out anyone who swore allegiance to Rhaenyra. And then basically he went to Rook's Rest, which was pretty much the last landlocked fortress that was pledged to Rhaenyra. And he had a whole plan in there to basically reduce Rhaenyra's dragon count by having Aemon be the secret weapon to use his ginormous jerk of a dragon, Vhagar, sorry, come in and take out a dragon. And unfortunately, his plan did succeed in that we lost the best badass queen ever, Queen Rhaenys, the queen that never was. We did lose her and her dragon, but there was also casualties on the green side because Aegon's drunk self decided to come to battle after he discovered that his family thinks he's useless, and he ended up getting Dracarys by his very own brother. So we left things with a lot of mess. Unfortunately, both sides have taken a loss, and even though they have taken Rook's Rest, it looks like they might be down a king, so that definitely adds a new monkey wrench no one was planning on. And then, of course, we've got Daemon, who's still out at the castle in Harrenhal going crazy. So yeah, gonna be interested to see what kind of fallout we're gonna feel here, particularly from House Green losing their prime person. Like, all this was done to put Aegon on the throne, and now Aegon may not even live to finish out any sort of a rule, which means that Aemon would be next. And we all know that, like I said last episode, that's a terrifying thought. So I'm ready to jump in and see where things are going. But just before I do, a reminder that if you'd like to be in the know of when I drop episodes to this show or anything else, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. That way you can be in the know. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. Hope they at least find Rhaenys' body. It'd really suck if House Black has to go with just clothing again for a funeral. Oh, Corlys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, bro. And y'all did not necessarily have the best final conversation. He's taken so many L's. He thinks his son is dead. Now his wife. Make them pay, Corlys. Make them pay. Choke them out till they die of starvation. I'm sorry, King's Landing, but collateral damage. And Sir Horlock must die. That's right. Eat rotten food.
The traitor dragon Meleys, slain at Rook's Rest by your king.
The traitor dragon? Really? The dragon's the traitor? Okay. Y'all are pathetic. You think these people care about this right now? They're starving.
Strange victory.
Exactly. You suck, Cole.
It's just me.
I was thinking they probably just want to eat it. When people get real hungry, they start eating people. It gets bad. Proud of yourself? God, why couldn't someone just come and just push them right now? Anyone. Oh, is that Aegon's body and they're just hiding it? Probably. Yeah, that's your monster. Aren't you proud? Give him a kiss. I wonder if she saw this coming. Don't think she would have done a thing to stop it regardless, but I mean, no one really listens to her. I don't think she could stop it if she wanted. Hey there, crispy critter.
His grace remains with us.
Damn it. I'd say he's gonna be uglier, but not really. Squelching. Yuck. That description is awful. Charbroiled. Wow, even the maesters want to puke.
If you'll excuse me, Your Grace, these next hours are most critical.
He said she doesn't really care. Most mothers, they saw their child like that would be on their knees. Rhaenyra would be inconsolable. And she's just like, that looks gross. Is he gonna die or what? She don't care about that boy at all. I'll come to see your handiwork. Why don't just finish off the job? But you want him to suffer, don't you? Don't you, Aemond?
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
He has a daughter. She's only like 2, but still. Sister Horlock, because I really don't care. Of course. Please don't subject us to another sex scene, I beg.
Sunfire was long in the dying.
The king.
Yeah, let's not be
So
obtuse,
Kristen,
you
what befell him?
dumbass.
His grace fought valiantly.
She knows that's a lie.
And Aemon?
You already know. Why are you asking questions you know the answer to, Allison? You know both your sons ain't shit. You know it.
What was his part in this?
Your son that you protected so much. He should have lost both eyes.
We'll have no ground army but the one we hope that Daemon will raise. He who has left us.
Do we
After
need
some
to
marital
add all the little ad-libs, sir? Right? Like, geez. You're so annoying.
It is merely that the gentler sex, heretofore, has not been much privy to the strategies of battle or their
It's
execution.
because she's a girl, that's it.
There has been peace in our lifetime. You've
Period.
seen battles
We're talking about battle experience, sir. Nothing to do with what's between her legs. Shut you up, didn't it? Oh, misogyny is gross. And it just causes so much unnecessary division.
Then I myself must do it.
My queen, you are the crown. It's out of the question.
What would you have me do?
Exactly. No answers. Just want her to sit there and be pretty. Where's that wildfire stuff? Did they have that back then? Just set the whole place on fire.
Rhaenys is for them. He must affirm his loyalty to my mother and report his standing.
And you think you
She's like, he's my daddy. Right?
I can sit still no longer. I must act.
Act wisely.
I will treat with the phrase to secure it.
She will not like it.
Then don't tell her.
I don't know if I like this. I mean, I get where he's coming from, though. It sucks to, like, just sit around waiting for bad things to happen.
Lord Bracken, renounce the false King Aegon as a usurper. Bend the knee to
You?
me. Or your house burns.
Or to Rhaenyra.
Hatched out of the deepest of the seven hells, your grace. It would be a kindness to oblige them and send
Oh
them
my
back whence they
god, we
came.
need men here. We need men, not to be burning them.
We choose fire.
Ballsy.
I did not think they would be so easy to die.
You should have indulged them.
I need them alive. I came here to
Okay, I
raise
thought he
swords,
actually
not
burned them.
corpses.
They're
Here's the camera.
pig-headed, intransigent.
They would
That's
rather
what you
burn
need,
than
actually, in a
succumb.
battlefield. Yeah.
Exactly the kind
Those are
of
people
woman.
that when they are loyal, they're loyal to death.
Then perhaps you could try less fighting and more. Persuade.
Use your mouth, not just your sword.
Show them your worst.
I am your servant, your grace.
I don't know if I like this, but he's not wrong. Like, I'm glad, because I was like, if he killed them, that's not useful. Lord knows they've lost so many people already. What's this place? What is this place called again?
Against my bloody gate.
I just remember the moon door.
The Eyrie itself is impregnable.
I was about to say, but dragons?
They are dragons nonetheless. I do not recall you specifying the size of the beast in your request.
Period.
I mislike feeling powerless.
Don't we all?
So do I.
You gotta give her props. Both these kids are amazing. Thanks to their mother.
My sympathies for the death of your grandmother.
Oh, she knows already. They just keep losing everyone from their mom's side.
You did not prepare me to fight. If I had been a son, a sword thrust into my hand the moment I could walk.
It's very true.
Will you send to him?
Right? Is this marital spat gonna continue?
The path I walk has never been trod.
That's true. That's true.
Kristen Cole made a mistake.
Please tell us how.
But will whispers tear down stone,
Eventually.
break shields?
Do not underestimate your
Exactly.
subjects.
The people make the kingdom.
They are 1,000 living in the shadow of the Red Keep and forgotten for too long.
And you think they will turn to me?
If they think there's a
The
better option. Aegon was never a good king.
What you cannot do, let others do.
Exactly. There's the whole point of having a court. Come on,
There's
Rhaenyra.
more than one way to fight a war.
You see, women. We get it done. If there has ever been historically people who've gotten around a system, it's women or the people who've been oppressed, because we can't take the direct path. Let the men swing their swords and their dicks. Ladies, get your done.
His own mother's dragon. The fastest beast ever known, and she'd have none of him. But bent her neck to Rhaenys.
Sometimes you just got that glow. This man is still slowly going insane. Why does he keep going back to Harrenhal?
Always the strong one.
Who the hell is this
The
guy?
finest swordsman.
Another wife? Okay. That's not your wife you're fantasizing about, sir.
If only you'd been born first.
But you
My
weren't.
favorite son.
Wait, what? 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 Okay. I shouldn't be surprised, but
I'm not hungry.
yeah, I wouldn't be hungry ever again after that vision.
The roof alone has needed tending since the reign of Aenys, and the storerooms and
You
the
seem
bats have made
so
the corridors
eager and
almost
organized.
impassable with the quantity of their
Poop.
They're shit.
Guano.
There's of course the matter of payment.
And everyone stops eating.
Perhaps she could provide the necessary coin if you could only write to them.
War is very expensive.
You should address me as my king.
Should he?
But you're the prince.
You're the prince.
What would you call the husband of the queen?
Well, the king.
Prince
There it is,
Regent.
then.
Consul.
Ooh!
That last bit seems unnecessary, don't you think?
Not really. There's a reason why those terms are there for succession.
He has many broken bones. I fear there are more injuries within.
Probably, hopefully.
Injuries we cannot see.
Penance for all those women.
I have plied my crafts to their fullest extent. Our king's fate lies with the gods now.
I don't know why you keep looking at Aemon. That's your demon, ma'am. You knew. You knew.
But now we must name a regent to take his place. Until he recovers. Or does not.
It cannot be that one-eyed bastard.
I myself served in this role of my husband. I am well prepared to do it again.
You played your part admirably in a time of peace, Your Grace, but circumstances have changed.
Now you're gonna remember see how Rhaenyra feels.
The obvious choice is his immediate
No,
successor.
my son is a psychopath.
Experience is valuable, yes, but the Dowager Queen is a woman.
I am no stranger
Oh,
to the
really?
at this council.
You're kidding.
At a time when we must show strength.
Lord Laris.
For my
I agree, Your
feet?
Grace, it must be Prince Aemond.
Oh, useless.
But the hand speaks with the king's voice, Sir Kristen. What say you?
I'm gonna say Aemon because I want to punish her for not wanting to have my big-headed baby.
Aemond is the next in line. It must be him.
See what happens? See what happens, Alicent? This is your fucking mess.
For fielding an army of any size, for now.
Don't get upset, Alicent. What did you think? You thought Rhaenyra was having a good time over there? Really, you should have just squeezed your legs together all those years ago and saved us all this pain.
To leave or render save with our consent. Merchants, so forth.
Oh, great. Make the people prisoners. Good. Good plan. Yeah, that's your demon. That's your demon.
We should make for Tumbleton. My brother will have room.
You would have me turn beggar.
Just take your baby and go, ma'am.
Are we not beggars already?
Right? Your pride gonna let us die here?
By all means. Stay and wait for his empty promises.
Exactly. Take your baby and go, ma'am. Good woman.
Aemond is the next in line. It is the order of things.
You know what he is.
No, he
What he's
doesn't.
somehow become.
Selma! You did this!
Has your loyalty faded, or does it flourish only at night and flee the sunrise like a moth?
Pretty much. That's why Rhaenyra dumped his ass.
Their armor melted. There were men walking, they were on fire.
Yeah. Dragons. War.
And what of justice? Of temperance, or is strength now to be our only god?
He's a meathead. What do you expect? Logic?
Have I not spared you?
Whores do as whores do.
I did not give you leave to speak my name.
Period. That matters anyways. Man's been all up in your cheeks and now you're trying to pull rank. It don't work that way, sis. You lost ground a long time ago. There's more of them than you got. Come on, guys. Come on, peoples. There's more of you than them. Oh, sweetie, your daughter's not long for the world. I don't know what to tell you. Poor thing.
I'm sure my prince is aware.
And against your queen?
These twins bastards have always just been craven losers, haven't they? They've always sucked. Always.
You fear a dragon, leagues away, when mine own sits outside your walls?
Valid point.
Do you offer us your protection?
I do.
Can you offer that?
And Damon, I'm sure, has consented to this?
I mean, consent's such a loosey-goosey word.
My mother will want more than your crossing.
That's true. Okay.
What does her grace desire?
Your heads.
Bent knees.
Exactly. Dust them off. Good, Jay, it's not bad. Now that's when you teach your kids how to rule. See what happens, Allison, when you actually put time into your children? Yeah, you could never. I keep wondering if that woman is real. I think Damon's hallucinating her.
These are crimes against the innocent that any upright man would repudiate.
Surely you haven't mistaken me for an upright man.
I was about to say, Damon's far from.
Is that the kind of army you would raise? And who hate you?
I mean, he's never exactly been the favorite of, like, anyone except for Rhaenyra.
And once again, in the name of power, it's the weak and the women who must endure.
Always.
The realm will suffer if Aemon One Eye rules.
Period.
But I'll cross you no further. I'm sure your tactics are, after all, approved by the Queen.
And point made. When's the last time you talked to your wife?
The people who support her will not be led by her. They look to a man for strength. Who's better suited to it? The High Towers
Not
with their
wrong about
scheme?
that, though.
And if you lose?
Then I'll be dead. And
Very
none of
much.
this will be my problem.
Very true.
My castle is a tomb. Empty. Haunted.
I'm sorry, Corlys.
It is a sign of her great esteem.
Or does she think the position will compensate me for my loss?
I don't think she meant any of that.
Rather, I would sail into the west and be lost.
If
You
you
have
see
done
your
so
son
before,
there.
at great cost to yourself and those who loved you.
You better tell. That's right. She don't hold her tongue.
She was a Targaryen princess. The queen who never was, and she flew to Rook's Rest of her own will.
Period.
I grieve my grandmother who loved me. But I carry her on with me.
Exactly.
I will see Rhaenyra ascend the Iron Throne as Rhaenys wished.
Exactly.
As
Remember
Rhaenys
her
herself
wishes?
should have.
Mm.
You yourself may do as you see fit.
Queen! She should succeed the throne.
I am blood and fire. Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
Oh, she refused. She said, I'm a Targaryen, not a Valerian.
Find out his state of mind and his intentions.
Intentions.
Yep. She's like, I have no idea what the hell he's doing.
Have you any message for him?
A lot of words, but does it matter at this point?
Tell him I would much like to finish our last conversation.
Rhaenyra's just so level-headed. It's such a shame so many people don't recognize that just because she's a woman. This man has a whole dragon. Like, I would be sleeping like 2 towns down if this is what was going on in me every night that I'm trying to get a rest in this place. Like, sir.
The River Lords have come, Your Grace. They wish an audience.
Now?
Apparently.
Failing that in proper fear of your Targaryen master.
Maybe that's not the right word.
Is there some reason you feel free to wake a king in his bed? Or shall I now begin your education?
King consort.
These beasts proudly carried the banner of House Targaryen. Red dragon on black.
God, you just keep making it worse and worse for Rhaenyra.
We shall not raise our banners for a tyrant.
Well, that plan failed miserably. You know who wouldn't have done that? Rhaenyra. Oh, the fact that they both have the same pose, that's so interesting. Mirroring, except only one of them has a functioning brain at the moment. You're not going to be able to get into King's Landing now, sis. Or if you do, you may not be able to get out.
Most people want out these days.
Damn, Asaria's got some serious connections. Damn. May as well, bro. Gives you a purpose in the meantime. Keep your mind off the grief. Please impale yourself on that chair immediately.
Was it worth the price?
He doesn't care. Why she's reaching for him like it's the most foreign thing in the world for her to show affection to him. So sad for both of them. See, she can't even be there in his final moments. God, Alicent, you were a horrible, horrible mother. Not mummy.
Prince Jacaerys, Your Grace.
And where have you been? Although she can't really say that. She snuck off on her own the other day.
I'm proud of you, Jace. You've done our cause a great service.
But?
Then why do you look angry?
Because life sucks. Being a girl's hard.
Sending others to fight and be felled in my name. Even you've managed to do your part.
Perhaps Daemon could...
Say his name again.
Vhagar is big, but Syrax is quicker.
So was Meleys.
Meleys fought 2 dragons and one of them is slain.
Exactly.
We have 2 large enough to stand against Vhagar. They are called Vermithor and Silverwing. And they sleep just beneath our feet.
Yes, and if only they had riders, none could stand against me.
Can you not control them all?
There is Rhaena.
You nearly lost her life in her last attempt.
Maybe she's ready now.
I would not risk it again.
Let her choose. But seriously, was what's her name from
Those who
was Daenerys the only one who could actually
their children
control more than one?
Born with other names.
A generation ago or more.
Let's try, Mom.
Are you suggesting we put a Malister on a dragon?
Let's try.
A Tarly.
It's better than death and defeat.
Exactly. Oh, Corlys's kid, Alex. No, the other one, his other son.
It's here, surely, of our line, and of those who fell out of it.
Look at Jace. Look, do you see the difference in the relationship? You see how this mother and son have a good, healthy relationship and they can communicate and help each other? And now they're actually helping, like, ideate together? Alicent could never.
It's a mad sword.
This is the time of madness, girl. This is the time of madness. But at least your madness has purpose. Daemon. What an episode. All right, guys. Well, that was episode 5. And, well, a lot going on there. I have to say, though, I feel like this was kind of a bit of a fillery episode. I don't think I have very much of a commentary today. It's going to be a little bit shorter as well because it is very warm where I am right now. And unfortunately, my camera is not doing well with the heat. So I'm going to keep it a bit brief. I guess the main points with the whole thing with Daemon, I'm kind of over it. I feel like I'm a little bored with it. It's dragging on at this point. I get it. He's losing his mind. He's dealing with a lot of grief, a lot of guilt, and he probably should be for all the things that he's done, for all of the crimes he's committed. But it's like at this point in time, what Rhaenyra needs is a reliable counterpart. And obviously we see that Harrenhal is bringing out this long-standing issue that Daemon has had, that we heard Rhaenys talk about with Corlys, about how he wants to support Rhaenyra. He can handle being her equal, but he cannot handle being her subjugate. And this is what Harrenhal seems to be bringing out of him, is that he just cannot handle. He just can't handle. He refuses to accept the fact that Rhaenyra is going to be ruling. Like, he just still feels like his brother made the wrong choice in not naming him heir. And it's part misogyny. It's also just part his own issues that he had with Viserys long before Viserys passed. And so that's basically what's been going on at Harrenhal. And of course, as we saw, things are just not going well with the Riverlands. He's not handling it well at all. Diplomacy has never been his strong point. Like, literally, if Daemon could just put his ego aside, he'd realize him and Rhaenyra working together could be unstoppable. Like, he can be the fist and the sword when necessary, but let Rhaenyra be the thought, be the diplomat. Like, this is what she was bred for and what she's good for. And I'm sure she could have come up with something that could have brought the Riverlands together. But now there's just this indelible stain with the Targaryen name there with these people. And so she's now lost potentially any advantage she could have there. Jace made a good move this particular episode. I love seeing him assert himself carefully, even though it was, without his mom's permission. But I get it. Like, she is holding on a little too tightly right now as a result of her fear of losing him. And I understand that. But at the same time, you know, he is a grown man by their standards and he needs to start asserting himself, especially if he's next in line. But he did a good job. And as I said in the episode, I really loved seeing the dynamic between him and Rhaenyra and how they actually bounce off of each other and trust each other and have that love and that connection. And that's why they can both better each other, which is such a stark contrast to Alicent with Aegon and all her children. We saw that she can't even bear to be in the room with him in his final moments, which is like, really, ma'am? Really? You can't even sit there and make yourself just be in his presence? So, I mean, in that small regard, I feel for Aegon, but not enough because, like I said, there's a lot of people who've suffered at his hands. So karma, baby. Not much to say about Aemond. He's still despicable. He knew he'd be next in line and that's why he caused what he caused, but it is what it is. And yeah, Cole is just quaking in his boots because he saw how crazy dragons actually are now. So now he's just trying to absolve himself of everything and throw it all into Aemon's lap so he doesn't have to take responsibility. So, I mean, I don't expect much more for Sir Horlot, honestly. He's just nothing more than an angry little boy throwing a tantrum after 20 years. So I can't take him seriously. So yeah, we're kind of still moving things along. As I said, a bit of a filler episode. We didn't get much that happened, in my opinion. It was definitely more the devolving of Daemon, the frustration of our queen, and the understanding of how the misogyny in this world is causing so much more pain and suffering. Like, for example, even not making Alicent the queen regent, that would make more sense than putting Aemond on the throne. But because people just can't get past their misogyny, you know, we're just suffering for it. Everyone is suffering for it. Just like Alice said that women and children and the weak have to pay for men's wars, right? So yeah, another interesting episode, but like I said, I do think we could have gotten a little bit more plot movement considering we're on the 5th episode already, but hopefully we're going to see more next week as far as what's going to actually turn the tide one way or another for this war. But I love this plan we came up at the end of looking for others in the bloodline to ride more dragons. We have a lot of dragons that don't have riders, and I think that we saw some foreshadowing with that young guy on the beach a couple weeks ago watching that other dragons, I can't remember his name, just flying, you know, riderless. So I look forward to seeing that because I want more Black people on dragons, quite frankly. All right, but that's pretty much it. Like I said, guys, I got to keep it brief today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love and I will see you in the next one.